For I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. This world is so changing. There are times where we are filled, we are in plenty, we are made whole. These are such beautiful times. There are days when the sunshine is out and the flowers are growing and blooming, and the birds are flying in the air and they're singing. When our bank accounts are full, when everyone's getting along, there's health in the family. Oh, how these times are beautiful. These times are so lovely. You guys, I love life. I love these times of what it means to be in plenty, well fed. But I want to ask you, what happens to your heart? What happens to your outlook on life whenever it isn't sunny? Whenever the clouds come out and the skies are gray and it's raining and the birds are back up in their nests? Whenever there is argument and tension and stress among relationships and families? Whenever your financial stability isn't as secure? Whenever you look in the mirror and, unlike yesterday, you don't look in the mirror and say, "Ooh, I look pretty good today." It's a little different of an outlook on yourself. What happens on those days where it's harder to smile? I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Okay, you guys, I love how faithful God is. For we are a kingdom. And as it says in 1 Peter 5:8, you're not in this alone. Whether right now you are in the greatest time of your life, the most exciting, beautiful time of your life, or you are in one of the hardest times of your life you have ever experienced before, I want you to know you are not alone. I have good days. I have bad days. Paul, the Apostle Paul, had good days and bad days. I knew what it is. I know what it is to have plenty and to be and want to be well fed and to be hungry. You guys, we are a family. We are a kingdom. We're all in this together, and I want you to know that you are not alone. You are conquered for. You have been won victory for. You have been died for, and you have been rose again for, so that you could have the secret of what it means to be content in any situation that has already been conquered at the cross for you. And the secret is that I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. You guys, I pray Nehemiah 8:10 over you, that the joy of the Lord will be your strength. You guys, He's so good. It says in Psalm 139, He has hemmed us in behind and before, ordaining every day of our life in His book before even one of them came to be. He tells us that if we settle on the far side of the sea, way over there, in times where we're confused, we don't know what it's looking like, or we soar high on the wings of the dawn in the greatest, most beautiful times of our life, or we make our bed in the depths when we're in times that it's just tough, when we're lacking and we're in need. Where, God, can I flee from your Spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? Because no matter where I go, still there you are with me. Your right hand will guide me and hold me fast because you're so good. He's so good to us. For He is like an evergreen tree. He's like an evergreen tree. This world is full of changing. It has so many different seasons. This life is so beautiful. And it's got so many different seasons, doesn't it? But our God is an evergreen tree, never changing. He remains consistent. He remains constant and faithful. Promises ever true. Never changing God. Love never fails. It endures forever. Psalm 136. He is with you at all times. Psalm 139. And he is always consistent, enduring forever. That means no matter what season of your life you're going through, he is with you. And because he is contentment, he is your shepherd, he is your joy, he is the secret to being able to smile and no matter what season you're going through in your life right now. When you're dwelling in the presence of the great I am, Psalm 5:12, his shield of divine favor wraps around you, and it brings 1 Peter 1:8, an inexpressible and glorious joy. You guys, he is so good to us. And I pray joy over your heart, no matter what you're going through. I pray that you know you're not alone, and I pray that you know that the great I am has conquered whatever you're going through at the cross, whatever it may be. And he is joy. It is in him where you'll find yourself smiling when in a season of life where the world says it doesn't make sense to smile. He makes your feet wiggle and dance and groove, and you won't be able to contain it. You guys, this takes place because he is in love with you. He loves you. Whether you want to admit it or not, you are loved. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are anointed. I'm so humbled right now because I'm talking to a world changer. I love it in Psalm 19:5-6, where God talks about how he has pitched a tent in the heavens for the sun. And every single morning, he is consistent. Every single morning, he sends the sun across the sky like a champion rejoicing to run its course. Like a bridegroom being escorted out of its chamber and nothing is deprived of its warmth. And as he does this, you guys, he does it because he loves you. Setting a banner in the sky of his love, proclaiming his devotion to you. He goes, presenting the one and only, the beautiful, the lovely, my adored, my purposeful, you. Among all the nations, in the heavens, in the presence of his angels, above all creation, he proclaims in joy and great delight that you are his. He assigns his angels from the rising of the sun to its setting, throughout the night and throughout every hour of the day, to watch over you so that you may not even strike your foot against a stone. You guys, he is enthralled by your beauty, and he sent his one and only son because he so loved you. Jesus died for you so that you could have joy when it doesn't even make sense in this world to have it. He tells us that this world is going to be tough. This world is not our home. But I'm going to set my eyes on what is unseen rather than what is seen. Because what is seen is temporary. Whatever you're going through, beloved, when it's temporary. But what is unseen is eternal. And Christ came and died and rose again for you so that you could be wild at heart. So that you could be free and that you could experience the eternal joy in the temporary world. so that you can not only experience it, but so that it could overflow your soul, and so that you could go and share it. So that you could walk boldly with those shoes of the gospel of peace on your feet, knowing that God has clothed you in strength and in dignity. Knowing that He is your shepherd, and that He will guide you, and with every step you don't have to worry, because you will hear His voice behind you saying, "My beloved one, this is the way. Walk in it. I have you taken care of. You can smile because I have overcome the world. I'm enthralled by your beauty. I'm enthralled by your smile. And I died so that you could enjoy this moment." Whenever sickness comes upon your family, whenever financial security is low, whenever you're going to bed and you're not knowing what tomorrow's going to look like, and that's a hard truth for you to grasp, to swallow. It's a hard thing to deal with. Whenever arguments are happening in your home, I pray that you seek the secret of contentment, and that is the great I am. May the joy of the Lord be your strength. May you seek Him for peace. May you seek Him for guidance in your conversations. May you seek Him for your joy in this world of changing seasons. May He be the solid rock on which you stand. Because on Him and in Him alone, you will not be shaken. In Him and in Him alone, you will have a smile that you can't contain and you can't hold in, because it's of Him. It's not of you. You guys, it's no longer we who live, but it's Him who lives in us. Acts 20:24. My life is worth nothing to me unless I use it for sharing the beautiful news of my God's grace to all people. This life is too short for me to dwell in my temporary circumstances. I pray that you seek the eternal joy of your Father as you allow Him to radiate and gleam and inspire through you. Because, my love, you are so inspiring. I pray the most joyful and jubilant week over you, sweet, sweet brothers and sisters. Bye, you guys. You have a rockin' awesome smile.